You blaming all men because you had a couple bad experiences with men, and now you blaming all men when in all reality it's your fault because you keep choosing the same type of man. Bro, you blaming, all women hoes now because you keep chasing after these hoes. How you gonna where's the accountability? You keep going after a certain type woman. You keep going and doing the same thing, thinking you'll get different results. That is the definition of insanity. When you gonna take accountability and say, okay, I want a church going girl. All right, maybe I can't find a church going girl at the club. Maybe I can find a church going girl at church. Or, hey, I like a woman that read books. All right, let me go to Barnes and Noble. I like a woman that read books. All right, okay, cool. You want a man that is athletic. You might find one in the gym, possibly. Accountability is taking a step back and seeing how you can move differently and taking responsibility for the fact that you are in control of 95% of the things that happen in our life. I feel like 90% of the things that happen in our life is in our control. I don't stress about what I can't control. The military taught me in most situations you are in control. I might not like the circumstances or context surrounding that, but it's true. In the military, I'm seeing, especially as you grow in the ranks, you're responsible for a lot of things. You are in control of a lot of things, and while it might be annoying, you might get blamed for things that are out of your control or things that you it was no possible way that you could alter this. But a lot of those times, I still take a step back and say, how could I have done things differently, Red? So I came into the military at 18, 19, and every time I would mess up, I would think the world was against me. I was blaming the world for every mistake I made. If I was late, it was somebody else's fault. If I messed up on something, it was somebody else's fault. If I got drunk and showed up to work late, it was somebody else's fault. I guess somebody else put the bottle to my mouth. And as I matured, I understood that I'm in control of a majority of what happens in my life. So I stopped blaming everybody else and I took accountability for my actions. A lot of times in life or the military showed me that, and all the way now to where I'm, 9 years later, I have a whole different perspective about everything that happens. Everything that happens under me that I know is within my direct control, whether that be being late to work. All right, you got up too late. All right. I'm in control of a lot. I'm much more in control of that, and the military taught me that, and I use that in my everyday life now, because a lot of times you see people and we blame the world for every problem that happens. You keep doing the same thing with the same people and you expect different results. A lot of times you date a chick or you have a certain type chick, you like feisty chicks, you like chicks with attitude, but then once she start giving you attitude, you got a problem. Probably because you knew she had attitude before. If you want a certain type of person, go for a certain type of person. If you want different results, do things differently. But yeah, the military definitely taught me, you are in control of much more than you give yourself credit for in life. And a lot of times, a lot of our growth is stagnant because we don't take accountability for our actions. We still stuck in that mindset of everything that happened in our life is somebody else's fault. Everything that happened in our life is because of what somebody else did to you. You got cheated on by 4 different boyfriends. That's out of your control. But what is in your control is the type of man you go after. What's in your control is the type of woman you go after. What's in your control is the type of car you buy. What's in your control is the job that you apply for. You can't keep blaming the job when you're applying for a certain type of job. How you gonna get upset that you're getting low pay when you were the one who applied for the low paying job? Make it make sense. So I'm just glad and grateful now. I use that in my life. I pretty much take accountability for everything in my life. You'll never really hear me blaming people for what's going on in my life because I'm in control of the majority of what happens in my life, and you are too.